Hey, so today I'm going to talk about thrifting. It's very close to my heart, and let's get right into it. So, before anything, let me explain what thrifting is. Thrifting is the process of buying second-hand clothing, from what I have understood. It doesn't have to be just second-hand clothing. It can be second-hand clothing, it can be donated clothing, it can be clothing which is new but has been used once, or maybe still has the tag because I don't know, the person wanted to return it, it wasn't the right fit, whatever. It's clothing that is usually termed as secondhand clothing or found in thrift stores. Now, the deal with thrifting is that there's a lot of controversy around it, right? A lot of people are like, oh, thrifting is not ethical because it raises the prices for the poor. I hate the term poor. I hate that term. But yeah, so there's other ways to thrift if you want to thrift on a more high-end scale, which is vintage boutiques, right? But if you're like me, who has OCD and has cultural reasons, but mainly the OCD, and cannot thrift but are still trying really hard to get into it, here are some sustainable options for you in this video. And I have also linked them down in my blog, so you can go check that out as well, which will be linked in the description. But before any of that, let us talk about the advantages of thrifting or buying secondhand or not buying new products, not buying new fast fashion clothing. Can we all just say, yes, no new fast fashion clothing as far as possible? Because sometimes you just don't have an option. Or sometimes you just like something a lot and you can't help but buy it. Rarely happens and probably shouldn't happen, but that's a conversation for another time. Imperfect sustainability allows you that space to slowly go from giving into that impulse once in a while to be able to overcome that impulse eventually. Now, if you're someone like me whose style she still hasn't found in thrift stores, that's again another completely different conversation. So let's just get into what are the benefits of thrifting, right? Or not buying new products. One, less resources used. Second, less material sent to waste because like you're using something that has been in production for a while that someone else can no longer use. So you're taking it, right? Less resources used, less waste, more budget friendly at times if you're a student like me. Thrifting is also more ethical when compared to fast fashion because let's face it, fast fashion does not pay people fair wages. And thrifted items are more durable too if you're buying non-fast fashion thrifted items, that is. Because fast fashion items are meant to not last. They are meant to be trendy, right? They are meant to be seasonal. Whereas thrifted items are meant to last, provided they are good quality items and you mend them. So, those are the benefits to thrifting. It's more eco-friendly, it's more budget-friendly, it's more ethical, and let's face it, vintage style, for some of us at least, right? But if you're like me and you cannot thrift, what are your options? Well, it's not like there are no options or no sustainable options because obviously fast fashion, unfortunately, is still an option. And that's not even unfortunate because sometimes it is the only option or the best option. But the options are you can buy factory discards. Now, factory discards are discards from fast fashion and sometimes slow fashion, but mainly fast fashion stores when they make something and it is not quite up to the mark and it needs to be thrown away. It cannot be sold. So they either sell it to other small stores which can resell them. One of my friends used to buy this extensively, like that was her entire wardrobe. And she used to mend them and give them a little flair of her own style, and they were beautiful, right? So buying factory discards is one thing. Another thing that you can do to buy sustainable stuff, or rather clothing, because let's face it, we're mainly talking about clothing here, is hand-me-downs, which is mainly what I do. So my sister is a fashionista, she loves shopping, and when she is done with her clothes, or my cousins, I really love to take those clothes, do a little something with them, or sometimes just take them as they are and make them my own, because that's really, really sustainable, and that does not bother my OCD because these are people whose hygiene I know. I'm trying to convince myself that, I can just wash thrifted clothes really, really well and then wear them. Not quite there yet, but getting there, right? So another thing you can do other than hand-me-downs and factory discards is buying recycled clothing. Same principle, take something that was already there, which is no longer in use, and repurposing it. You can also buy upcycled clothing. Gift Green India has a great collection of upcycled jackets that you can use. I will link Gift Green down below. But upcycled clothing is basically taking clothing that has been discarded or that is using scraps and sort of, using them to make new clothes. It's kind of like how our grandmothers used to make us those quilts out of quilting, different patchwork quilts. It's kind of like that. It's awesome. It's really good. Right? So you can do all of those things. Or you can buy from ethical small businesses and slow fashion stores like No Nasties. They have an upcycle line as well, right? So there are a lot of options. The best thing, however, you can do for any clothing is to mend them, is to wash them properly with care, is to dry them, is to follow the instructions that come on the label as to how to care for your clothing. I have a lot of blogs on the same, most of which I will link down below. But basically, you can look at the kind of fabric, and if you can afford to spend the time and the money on it, you can buy fabrics which are sustainable from sustainable stores and take care of them in a manner that they are meant to be taken care in, and they'll last you long. The best thing you can do to be sustainable is find your own style, because then you'll buy clothes that you actually wear and use, that you like, that you feel beautiful in, and that you will want to mend and keep in circulation for a very long time. For example, this dress. I love this dress. It's very close to my heart. I wear it to a lot of special occasions. I make most of my videos in it because it's honestly my lucky dress. And I've had it for years. I think I've had it for 5-6 years now. Right? I keep mending it because I love it so much. I feel so pretty in it. So those are the things you can do. And if you want a lot more structured thoughts around this topic and a deeper dive into the cultural reasons and the OCD of why I can't thrift, you can check out my blog, which too will be linked down below. See ya!